If you're new here, this is a podcast called Are We Having Fun? This time around, we are 30 and we're thriving on the coast of the Mediterranean. We don't get to spend that much time together, so you know it's gonna get a little unhinged. Rate us highly, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever the heck you have to do so that we could keep doing iconic shit because we love being iconic. All right, let's get into it. Buckle up because today Stephanie and I are taking you through Palermo. Okay, so our goal for Sicily was simple. We're going to live our White Lotus moment like season 2. Not the murdery part, of course, but I just wanted to be dramatic in Palermo and wear our cute outfits, sip some spritz, and I just wanted that chic atmosphere. And let me tell you, the universe heard us, like crystal clear, because in true season 2 peak chaotic fashion, Palermo delivered. So picture this. We started the day in Palermo, walked from the cruise ship to the city center, and we found this perfect little courtyard surrounded by cafes, orange trees, and our favorite Italian-based bougie shops. I'm talking Ortigia. I'm talking Smeg with Dolce Gabbana. All right, you get it. It was bougie. We were loving it. So we sat down in the middle of the courtyard at this antique cafe called Spinnato dal 1860. Yeah, doing a little Italian-English mixture there, which... This is the kind of name that says to me, we've been charging tourists since before your great-grandmother was born, so sold, okay? This place had, like, this beautiful interior that looked like an old library, which I think actually there was an old library in there, and just antiques everywhere, beautiful pastries, of course. I was so ready for this. Stephanie, as always, needs to order something local, fresh squeezed, and ideally alcoholic before noon. I'm talking, it's still prime time to order cappuccinos at this point. Really, I was on a mission for 2 things, and 2 things only. Arancini, cannoli. That's it. That's my Roman Empire for the day, which the day previously we actually experienced the Roman Empire, so... we're set there. New thing to focus on, okay? And when you're in Sicily, you have to have the local cuisine. Honestly, why stop at arancini and cannoli when you can get the entire cafe, right? So soon enough, the table was filled with spritzes, coffees, paninis. Oh my God, my dream was coming true. And yeah, that cannoli slapped. Oh my God. My favorite thing about Italy is that it's so normal to just sit and eat a meal for a long period of time. It's not like fast casual service in and out in 45 minutes. You can actually sit, sip, chomp, speak words. You just have a good time with your friends and there's no rush. It's just like you get lost in the moment. You're enjoying your meal. You're enjoying good conversation. Soon enough, it's like 2 hours go by, at least. So we're there long enough where we see people passing through. I love to see how these people are dressed. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's its own thing. Anyway, we didn't have time to see any real live music in Rome. I did talk a little bit about our tour guide singing, but... other than that, we didn't book a show. But what we did get in Sicily is street musicians. And we saw a guitar player. And then we heard an accordion. I've always kind of had a fascination. When I learned how to play the piano, my teacher started with the accordion. And so I am set. We're in Italy. I better hear an accordion. Okay. So we hear him all the way down the courtyard. And he's going from person to person because he's good at his job. He's going to make his money. He has his fedora. And honestly, you go off. Go off. When he gets to us, he personally serenades us. He actually heard me singing from a couple tables away and then was like, I'm going over there. And then when he ended the song, he told us he loved us, which, yes, that's a lie, but also extremely on brand for Italy. And If an Italian man doesn't tell you they love you and they don't mean it, then have you really lived? Anyway, we don't need to relive our traumatic past. Here's where our Instagram versus reality moment kicks in, okay? So we're finally like halfway through our meal and we decide to order more spritzes. Every table has spritz. Here, there, everywhere. So we notice all of the tables get nuts and cheese. And when we get our spritzes, we get nuts and cheese. And mind you, we've eaten all this food already. So we're already full. Why did we order a spritz at the end? I don't know. We learned our lesson. Anyway, it's so adorable. Also, though, an invitation to every bird within 3 blocks. I'm talking, they're flying over from the frickin' docks, okay? We're in the city center and they are treating us like we are in a Disney movie, except that they're a little vindictive. They don't have good intentions. So Stephanie and I basically had to set up this defensive perimeter. We take turns flapping napkins in the air like we're doing some kind of folk dance. Hey, hey, hey. Meanwhile, the birds are like, grazie for the charcuterie, mi amore. Oh my God. Cute as F, but we did not want that energy, okay? Because one bird literally tried to perch above our heads, like in the frame of the umbrella. And I don't know if you're familiar with the good luck charm that a bird provides when they sit above you. But yeah, we're not in the mood to be blessed like that. So please go away. Please. Thank you. So we're laughing about this National Geographic moment when I realize I have to pee really bad right now. We have not gotten up from this table in hours, I told you. So I'm desperate. And I get up, I go inside, I find the bathroom, and there's a sign in front of the door. Of course, it's in Italian, and I don't speak fluent Italian, but I do catch the context clues. It's something about being closed for cleaning. Okay, that's like a universal thing, I feel like. Cool. No problem. I can wait. I'm a grown-up. But I really have to go. I really have to go, okay? I really have to go. I'm going to give it a minute. A minute passes, and then a man in about his 50s walks up behind me, and you see we both acknowledge the sign, and we realize that on the bathroom door there's actually a window, and you could see into the public sink area of the bathroom, and we could see like a man's head waiting in a line. So the man behind me goes, prego. Which, okay, cute, chivalry. He's like, ladies first. We love manners. And I'm thinking, you know what? I've been standing here a minute and I didn't realize that there were people waiting inside. So maybe I missed something. Someone's in there. It's probably fine. So I open the door and then the man inside locks eyes with me and starts frantically screaming, wide-eyed, "Uomo! Uomo! Uomo!" Which, everyone, this means men's room. Get out, okay? Like, Uomo means man, and that's all he's saying. And I just go wide-eyed like him, and frantically I look from the man yelling to the man who walked in behind me, and I just turn and rush back to my seat. And I just have this look on my face as I'm walking back to Stephanie. So she's like, what just happened? And I'm like crying, laughing at this point, and I just whisper because the tables are full. I'm embarrassed. I just walked into a men's restroom full of middle-aged Italian men. Now I have to leave. Get back on the ship. I have to go. I can never show my face in this town again. Oh my God. We lose it. We're laughing. We're crying. We're gasping for air. The waiter sees us. He probably thinks we're drunk, which honestly, fair. At this point, though, I still have to go to the bathroom. Like, worse. It's bad, but I'm also haunted. So eventually I ask the waiter about the bathroom and he clarifies, yes, just go inside. It's one shared restroom but with separate stalls. They were just cleaning the women's side probably. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. So I'm going back in there. Great. Love that. I'm going to have the courage. I'm going to get up. I'm going to walk right into that restroom and I'm going to use it. I'm going to go. And hopefully those men aren't there or else I will die. I will die right then and there. Okay, here I go. So I go back to the bathroom and coast is clear. No men. No cleaning people. My bladder relieved. My conscience relieved. And in that moment, I realized, if Palermo doesn't try to embarrass you in front of a stranger in the bathroom, did you even go? No, because without those awkward moments, it just wouldn't be the White Lotus coded, right? A little dystopian, a little perfect moment gone wrong. But oh wait, the day just began. The chaos does not stop there. I have to take a deep breath because this part, I don't even know how I'm going to feel telling this story. We're full. Okay, we're so full. We tried to eat the nuts. We tried to eat the cheese. We drank all our drinks. We're happy and we're absolutely going to dominate a lounging session. I'm talking sun, beach clubs, maybe another spritz if the mood is right. Okay, we scoped out different spots on our maps and we read the reviews like responsible semi-adults and we landed on Mondello Beach. Oh my god, amazing view of the mountains. Beach clubs everywhere aligning and we were excited. Okay, big jetty, boats, whatever. Chill though, chill vibes. We're so ready to relax. So we ordered an Uber from the city center thinking, okay, great. It's an easy 20-minute ride. See you soon, turquoise water. This is our moment. This is our European summer peak day. We were just like so enamored with Rome and excited to see more of Sicily. Well, we saw a little more than we anticipated because right away things get weird and we had no idea we were standing in a pedestrian only gridlocked zone when we ordered the Uber. So we are messaging our poor Uber driver like, hey, what's going on? Because he's like a block away and he's like, I can't get to you. It's blocked off. You have to come to me. After about 10 minutes, we find each other and he lowers his window and is like, hi, not much English, which is totally fine. We get a local experience. Maybe we're going to learn some Italian on this ride. I'm actually so pumped. We can make this work. We do I want to say Spanglish, but is there a word for mixing Italian and English? Italienglish. That's my new word. Italenglish. That's hard to say, actually. Anyway, I'm like, this is going to be great. It's going to be the best 20 minutes ever. We're going to learn a lot. Okay? Well, before he even puts the car in drive, he takes his rearview mirror and adjusts it perfectly locked on with us in the back seat. Like, the perfect little view, like we're on a reality show and he's judging us silently through a confessional cam or something. Like, is this one of those cab trivia? Are we going to win $1 million today? Or are we going to get White Lotus? You know what? I don't want to think about that. Uber keeps the GPS. This is going to be great. We're going to make it to the beach. We look at each other and we're like, okay. And we start rolling. We're getting out of the city center and we're pointing to billboards, trying to learn Italian. And then we finally get to like the open area with mountains everywhere. And I'm kind of asking him questions, you know, like, what is that mountain called? What is that building on the mountain? Like, just simple things. And Stephanie, of course, is so relaxed by my beautiful, soothing voice that she full on knocks out. Like, not just a cute little, like, kitten nap where she crosses her arms and, like, sleeps preciously. No, she lays her head back, mouth wide open like she's gonna catch a fly, okay? And I'm like, girl, close your mouth. You're looking like a trout. That's an Office reference. Anyway, yeah, she is knocked out. No lights on. No one's home. Nothing. And mind you, she's missing the stunning, stunning view. It's luscious. It's, I mean, the cliff sides, the mountains. Like, when you live in Florida, you got to appreciate these things. And even in California, it doesn't look like this. It looks close, but not like this. So, anyway, I turn to her, noticing that she's asleep. And when I'm turning back, I see something in the mirror. Okay. It's the driver's eyes, looking straight at me. He is making direct eye contact with me, like holding a gaze. I've got my sunglasses on, so hopefully they were dark enough. But I try to pass it off like I was just scanning. And I start looking to the other side. And secretly I'm like, oh my God, please let me just sink into this seat right now. Like, please. This is weird. Am I making this weird or is this weird? So eventually we get out at the beach, and as he leaves, I immediately turn to Stephanie and I'm like, that ride was weird, right? And she was like, yeah. I think when he realized that we don't speak Italian, he adjusted the mirror on purpose, like to keep an eye on us because he didn't trust us. And then I woke up mid-nap and saw him staring at me. So I just closed my eyes so I didn't have to deal with it. And I was like, first of all, I was thinking other things about him staring in the mirror. And second of all, you left me alone in the mirror trenches. Girl, you had me out there living this awkward moment alone. This is already like the second crazy thing that's happened. And our day hasn't begun. We have the whole day ahead of us. What more could happen, right? Anyway, we laugh and shrug it off. And then Steph's like, well, we lived, right? So let's go get tan. Okay, you're right. Our day wasn't ruined, not even close. It just took a little bit of a weird turn. I feel like this is going to be a longer episode, given that the first part of the day was so crazy. But we finally are there, right? Oh my God, it's beautiful. Oh my God, what? There's like a yacht club with a beautiful stone-ish structure. Beautiful. And we keep walking down basically to like the end where the jetty is, where all the beaches are. And wow. Because the view is better than we could have imagined. We were just, wow. Like mountains on both sides of the beach. Wow. This is going to make for great content, right? Well. Turns out we have no evidence of the beaches whatsoever. Like, whatsoever. We're just living in the moment, I guess. I don't know what happened to all of the videos and the photos. So I'm going to try to recap how this went. So we find a nice spot in the sand. We didn't go to a beach club because we were going to go to one the next day. We were like, we'll save it, whatever. But we're nearby. And we plop our towels down. We're ready to relax. Steph's got her eyes closed already. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take a little nap too. And just as we're drifting into dreamland, Coco! 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 And we're like, what is happening? We look up and somebody is standing over us, like shadowing over Stephanie with fresh coconuts and like beach gear and toys. And he's trying to get us to buy stuff. But because we didn't answer, he just stood there in front of us until we told him to go away. Like he was waiting for us to say no. To turn down the sale, as they say. Oh my God. Every so often from that moment on, we could hear when he was making his way back down the beach. And it just instantly cracking up. Everything is funny on this trip, mind you, because we are like so done with everyday life. And anything out of the ordinary to us is just funny. So this whole trip is out of the ordinary for us, right? I mean, we would love for it to be every day for us, but maybe one day. Now, we thought about renting kayaks or paddle boards, but then we decided, like, nah, we want to take it easy. Just, take our photos and lose them, and that's going to be a great day for us. However, we do realize that the people who were actually like selling the paddle boards and kayak rentals were sitting right behind us. So like we're having conversations about it once in a while and they're right there. We're already laughing about Coco Man and having a good time, right? So we're just cracking jokes. The comedians that we are. The comedic duo we are. And I'm like, oh my God, look. Like that guy is out there. Obviously, his dad sent him out there because they were sitting for hours. Actually, they were sitting, and then once in a while, he would get up and stand on one of the boats and smoke a cig. So already we were like, what's the deal with this person? It's a dad and a son, and I have no idea how old the son was, but I know he was really fit. Wow, very White Lotus. So imagine the White Lotus, like, uncle and nephew thing, but, like, not in a weird way. Ew, the whole, like, uncle-nephew thing. Imagine that, but not gross. I hope. Obviously, his whole job is to be the model, right? So I just make a joke because this guy is out there while his dad's just, like, laid back in a lawn chair. And I was like, oh, my God, like, his dad literally said, go get your chiseled abs out there and model these paddle boards. Because he would, like, go do a lap, see if he catches anybody's attention, come back, smoke a cig, sit down, get up, do the kayak, do a lap, come back, smoke a cig. And honestly, this made me like Palermo because it's very much like a beach town here. Surfer vibes. We love a surfer town. We love it. That's what we're used to. So we're just cracking up. We take a walk to the jetty and it's beautiful. That I do have pictures of because I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get my panoramic photo. Beautiful. And then, oh my God, it's time to go back already. Sadness. We're still full. We don't have time for another pizza. Dang it. So we walk back to, like, there's this designated Uber pickup area. And we see some of the locals. And by locals, I mean, like, anywhere you go, there has to be at least one old man or woman on, like, a scooter or a golf cart that's just decked out and they're blasting their music and they're like the talk of the town. You know what I'm saying? If you're from a tourist town, you know what I'm saying. We found our gentleman. He was perfect. He's an absolute vibe. He's coming down just blasting music. And then 2 people come down on horses in the middle of the street and we're just like, oh my God. This is amazing. So sad we have to leave. At this moment, though, I feel like we've lived like 3 lives. So I hope the next day, maybe it's a little more relaxed and less chaotic. Because we got our full season of White Lotus in one day. That's enough for us. All right. So next time, we're going to be in Ibiza. And we're going to be sipping it up on a beach club. Aw, yeah. Stay tuned.